there was a lot of things I couldn't bring, like deodorant and like stuff to clean myself, so I was like very surprised of how dirty I was gonna be.
Backpack already felt really heavy, and then I realized that we had to carry stuff like for the group too, and then I saw what my pile looked like, and then it was not happy.
Back home in high school, I had done a lot of like similar experiences where I'd gone like camping and trekking in the mountains. So when I was looking at what orientation next program I wanted to choose, Quest was something that like kind of excited me the most.
I don't know, I was looking at the page and it was the only one that like seemed kind of like fun, you know, like it was an activity instead of like going around town and eating different food, like it was something outdoorsy.
As soon as we got off the bus, like that's it, like we started there. So like the first like couple hours was probably like some of the harder like things, because like we're not like, we've been just like sitting at campus like for a week now, haven't really done much, so like kind of like having to hold that bag and like just start walking like randomly was kind of like hard. And I also got stung by a hornet like 2 minutes into Quest, not even 2 minutes, and then Charlotte also proceeded to get stung by the same hornet a minute later, so we had a bit of a rough start to the Quest experience.
Yeah, because our first day, the hike was probably like the most up-terrain hike. It was like a straight 3 miles uphill, which it wasn't the longest, but it was definitely like, it was the most difficult, I would say. And the backpacks were also the heaviest at that time, since we had the most amount of food at the time, so I think the first day probably was the hardest in my opinion, but then once I realized I could do that, I didn't find it that difficult after.
I've definitely had better food in my life, to say the least. But it got us through it.
The fried rice was very good. The pasta was horrible though, and someone threw up from the pasta and left the group.
I think Samara put me in charge of like spicing the food, and then I was going through all the spices and I just didn't read it and put up cinnamon, and she caught me. She said, "No, don't put cinnamon in that."
Honestly, I really enjoyed our burrito night. We had the leftover rice, and then we made like the chicken with it, and we had beans in there.
Was it like the night that like the chicken?
It was the night the chicken came.
Yeah, it was good.
I think one has to be the chicken randomly showing up in the middle of the woods that one day.
Yeah.
It was, for some reason, our group was at a campsite that was near or like a mile away from a road, and so 3 other quest leaders, one of them dressed up in the Bantam's mascot and scared us.
Who the fuck is it? What? Bro, this is magic. Are we getting a supply drop? We're getting supply drop! Oh my god, I was convinced it was a bear.
Yeah, I thought he saw a bear.
Okay,
What is going on right now?
Yeah.
Holy
This is so scary, bro. Who is it?
Guys, this feels like it's so.
We don't know.
Is that the
This is so congrats.
I think another memory, probably for both of us, was like on the very first day when we finally like made it to the campsite. Both like the quest leaders, like V and Demos, kind of went off to like go do something.
I went to set up the shelter.
And then all of us, we had like some.
We got very deep very quick as the 6 of us.
Just playing Ring of Fire too.
Yeah.
That was just a good every night activity.
Yeah, just everything in the tent was fun.
Yeah.
There was some great pooping. Like for one of the campsites, there was no barrier around it. It was just like behind like a bunch of trees. So you were just in the middle of the forest, and it's like really peaceful. But if someone came up to me at one point, and I like scream at them because like it was some random guy at another campsite.
Like when we would like sing that song that we came up with, that Charlotte thing.
We are the quest crew, mighty mighty quest crew. I don't know.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go!
Sometimes it can get overwhelming, and people like physically challenging themselves. And what's special about that is that they share the challenge, and through that challenge they connect and bond, and they become more like open to sharing their life and stories. And it's a great way to do it in the woods.
I don't know, kind of like people here, like I'll meet them and I won't really like, unless I like them, like I don't really get too deep into like a conversation or something.
I mean, like I said earlier, I think it's like probably like the best like orientation next program for like actually like connecting with people, because like you're forced to talk to them. Like you can't just like sit there on your phone, or like you know, like you have to sit with these like random people and like get to know them, because you don't really have anything else to do. So I think like once you're back, you actually like I mean, like we're good friends. Like I'm friends. I have class with Sean. I see like all the people from Quest all the time.
The second and third day of Quest, we were like, oh, like we want to go home. But when we were saying home, we meant Trinity. So like it kind of made us quickly change from like Trinity being the new place we were at to like making Trinity home. I had never met anyone before, and like who knows if I still would like ever have talked to them at this point. But like it just showed me that like no matter who you're with, like you can develop connections with them.
That was good.
That's beautiful. Wow.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.